Our business is Superior Tutoring, the superior way to get that extra help you might need. I'm Julia.
I'm Emily.
I'm Tyler. I'm Jaquil.
This is fun.
Alright, so starting with the project overview of Superior Tutoring. So basically what Superior Tutoring aspires to be is a quality and trustworthy platform service for students to use for tutoring for the LCAT and MCAT exams, which for those of you who are unfamiliar, the LCAT is basically for the exams for pre-law and the MCAT is for pre-med, and so that's kind of what we're focusing on. As our business hopes to grow, as we all hope to grow in our business, further down the line, we hope to include other programs on our service, but as of right now, the main focus is LCAT and MCAT exams. So yeah, and then what problem are we solving? So when we first came with this idea, we wanted to figure out what are we helping, what problem are we really helping against. What we found is that out of everybody who does, or everybody who needs tutoring, only a low percentage of people actually take the tutoring that they need. And this could be for different reasons, obviously. What we found is that it's really about the cost and it's about the tutor relationship with the student. Maybe tutoring has been too expensive in the past and that's caused people not to reach out for tutoring, or they have gone through tutoring and they haven't experienced the same learning style as the tutor and they didn't really have that connection, so they felt like it was kind of an unsuccessful process. And so how we kind of plan on combating that and being different from other tutoring services is offering a cost-efficient service while maintaining quality. And how we plan on doing that is basically the tutors that we hire, we want to be recent grads who have recently taken the LCAT and MCAT exams, which will help kind of the students be on a more eye-to-eye level with their tutors. They know what they're going through, they know what to expect on the exam, so hopefully that can generate more success throughout the service.
All right, so our mission and our purpose. So our mission is to provide a easy, affordable, accessible platform that students studying for their MCAT and LSAT can access and meet with other peer-to-peer tutoring services through us. So we want to give these students who are going through some of the hardest, most challenging tests, the MCAT and LSAT, a way to have a more personalized, more intimate relationship with their tutor that can ultimately prepare them for such a hard test. We want to make it as easy as possible. We want to make it fair and supportive and something that can lift them up and make them feel truly like they're ready to take these hard exams and not feel like they're in it so alone, because they can be such challenging exams. And the idea is to make it cost effective and, like we mentioned, with peers, so that it can be very accessible and like you're comfortable. Yeah.
Now, going to who is this for, our target market is actually on the simple side of this. We're targeting grad students who are looking to take the MCAT or the LSAT exam. And obviously, like I said, down the line, when we get to that point of expanding to other programs, we would also just target those the students of those programs as well. Also, for targeting, we're looking for recent graduates of these programs to come back for tutoring. Like we said, we feel like that's kind of like the main point of our whole service. And then why support? So like we hit on earlier, we want this to be cost efficient, and our platform is kind of more affordable. When researching this, we found that tutors for these two exams kind of range from $75 to $200 a session, which is kind of on the expensive side. Not everybody, especially in those programs, can afford that, which might cause them to shy away from tutoring. And so we want to have a very cost-effective service. And then also it allows recent grads to come back and kind of just help their community out, the people that they were, like I said, once in this position. So it gives them the opportunity to come back and help people who are in similar situations they were once in.
So we noticed a pretty big market opportunity, as there's two sort of main types of tutoring. There's like these large companies like Tutorly, Princeton Review, and then there's independent tutors. There's not a whole lot in between in Marquette. And those large companies have massive levels of overhead that cause their prices to be incredibly high. And then the independent tutors just don't really have a platform to market themselves. And our goal is to bridge that gap in an affordable way. So like the average sort of see the hourly rate for online tutoring, it goes up to $175, and we're proposing something around $55 to $60 as well. And then there's around 100,000 students each year who take the LSAT and the MCAT independently, so around 200,000 total. And there's not really any sort of service offered in the Marquette area besides those online So our budget. So because we are a small business, our overhead is pretty small. So most of the funding would go to recruiting these tutors and to the initial marketing costs. So we put our costs of recruiting around the $600 mark. We're looking at going to the career fair in the spring and the fall to find these pre-law students and pre-med students who've already taken the MCAT and the LSAT, and just getting the word out there as well. And then also the cost of background checks on these tutors to make sure that they have good grades and that people are comfortable with them. And so we've set a funding goal of $1,000, and that will cover the initial marketing and recruiting costs. And the average cost per session for us is going to be around that $35 mark initially, and then as we expand, it's going to lower as the variable costs decrease.
So now looking at some of the rewards we have, with our goal being so reasonable and low at $1,000, we kind of set the levels to kind of correlate with that. So our first level would be $10, second level being $25, and third being $50. And kind of how that works is for the level one, which is the $10 one, anybody who donates that would be earn a spot of acknowledgement on our website page. We will have a dedicated section for everybody who kind of donates in general, whether it's the 10, the 25, or the $50 mark. So that's kind of level one. Once we go into level two, which corresponds with the $25 mark, you will also get that acknowledgement on the website, like I said, and then you would also get the one discounted study session, which I'll kind of explain a little bit after I go into the third level. The third level is the same as the previous two. You'll get the acknowledge on the website, and instead of the one discounted session, you'll get 3 discounted sessions. And kind of how that works is, if you happen to be a student or you will take these exams in the future, you're planning on that, and you donate the level 2 or the level 3 size, you would be able to kind of get a credit for your discounted sessions. So whenever that time does come around, you're taking your sessions, you can get the 1 to 3 sessions discounted. Or if you are donating to this and you know somebody who is going to be taking these exams, you can kind of forward your discount to them or point it, like target who you want to be discounted. And if you're just donating, you don't have anybody that you know that will be taking this exam, we will then randomize where the discounts go to and kind of keep that donor in the loop. And basically how that will look is, when we start our sessions, our exam sessions, when they're taking the test and when they get the results, they will basically get in the loop of that, just so they know they directly helped and directly affected somebody who was in the situation.
So our timeline. So we're looking to launch our Kickstarter campaign around the new year. Mostly we're just trying to get the funding before the spring career fair so we can set up a booth and find those tutors there. And so that's January 1st, and then we're going to start advertising at the career fair. Because obviously students are near that graduation level, junior, senior, sophomores, starting to look for those post-grad opportunities, and being able to advertise at the career fair is a sort of way to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And we're looking to launch the service around summer to fall. Most of the MCAT and LSAT exams take place between January and September, as the application periods are in the fall. And we're looking to expand potentially in the future to ACT, SAT stuff as well.
Alright, so moving on to the marketing and promotion. In order to spread the word, we created 3 social media pages: Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. It's really important that we're active on these because, like we said, our target audience is college students and younger adults who are always on their phone and active on social media. So posting on there is the most efficient and effective way to get out all of our information. It's also important that the pages are linked together. So for example, when we post on Instagram, it's also posted on Facebook and vice versa, so that it's consistent through all of our platforms. And then in order to spark some pre-launch buzz, we'll do a social media teaser. So we will create a countdown, and it'll be on all platforms announcing the upcoming launch of our business. And then we'll post daily with sneak peeks on features or what the website might look like, and how the service will work and how it will help and benefit the students. This way students can follow along and know what they're going to expect when we launch it. And then for promotion for Superior Tutoring after the launch, and that will continue on, is campus ambassadors. So we'll recruit ambassadors that we select, who are students or professors, people who are big into tutoring, who are in the fields and have used our service or know a lot about it. And we'll make sure that they're trained and have a lot of knowledge about the platform. We'll also provide incentives for them, like t-shirts, bags, just branded merchandise. And then this way, the ambassadors can promote on their own social media and get the word out even more.
Sorry. So now looking at the risks and challenges, some of the potential risks that we may face is just keeping consistent employment, and also we don't want to conflict with you with the school. Basically, we plan on, and how we're kind of gonna battle this, like going back to the timeline, we plan on doing our hiring in the off season of this before exam season comes around. And like we said, we have the job fair opportunities, but even if that doesn't fill, just completing our hiring process ahead of time would help with the conflicts of not having the employment that we need to hold the tutoring sessions. We never want to be in a position where we have people who want to be tutored, but we don't have enough tutors on hand. So getting all of that before the exam season comes around and kind of having them in their positions for when it comes around is kind of the plan for that. And going along with the school, we would like to partner with the school or coexist with the school when it comes to this. I think it'd be beneficial for both parties, but at the same time, our advertisement outside, like our teasers and our advertisement, our ambassadors outside of that, should help carry the weight of still getting our service out there and still getting our brand out there without being overshadowed or blocked out by the school if it had came to that. And then as far as keeping our backers informed, we're all about transparency and consistency. We basically want to tell them and let them know what our whole service is off rip. It's a simple concept, we feel like, so just explaining everything that goes on to them is kind of a important step, and also keeping them in the loop with emails and just kind of have notifications come through, basically explaining when exam season is, when they can kind of expect to see things come in action, basically the timeline that we kind of presented to you guys, but more in a personalized fashion, since they have done so much for our service. We just kind of want to keep them in the loop of everything, so to help with that transparency and consistency.
Okay, so why should you care and why do we need your support? So the LSAT and MCAT are obviously very hard exams and things that these students prepare for years and go through all of this training to be able to take, and then so they can be trustworthy in their workforce, obviously. And for us, should we ever need a lawyer or a doctor or anything like that, we want to make sure that they know what they're talking about and know what they're doing so they can be able to help us as well. And why not be a part of helping them to help us, right? Let's make it both ways. So we just want to have it be a cohesive platform that can make just that much easier for these students who are already going through such a hard time and going into what is a very hard workforce and career field. And then here's some quick ways to contact us. Like we mentioned, we have that Instagram, TikTok, and then there's our email if you want to reach out or have any ideas or questions, comments, or concerns or anything like that. Thank you.